For some reason, really cool games seem to have a habit of selling like crap. Welcome to Let's Play Shantae, a game for the Game Boy Color, although it was released in 2002 after the Game Boy Advance had been released. Very strange, however, the game was made with this in mind, and there are actually a few extras that are added into the game, a few things that are changed, like all the colors, if you play this on Game Boy Advance. I'll show that off when it becomes relevant, but because people seem to prefer the colors that you see in the Game Boy Color version, I will be using the Game Boy Color colors. So this is a game I've 100% on my own time as well. It is a fun game, and for the Game Boy Color, at least from what I've seen, kind of a long game, interestingly enough, as you might expect. Such a Metroidvania like this to be. This is in fact a Metroidvania. Seems to me like a bit of an odd genre to try on the Game Boy Color, but it works. Although I admit I haven't really played much in the way of Game Boy Color games, but I like this quite a bit. For Game Boy Color game, this does look quite pretty though. I'd have to admit. Now, when I first played this, I wasn't actually quite aware that you could run, so I just kind of had a relaxing stroll down through this section as I'm being fired at by what looks to be a pirate ship that destroyed my home. Actually, my first game over was on this very part. It took me some while to get the hang of the game for some reason or another. There we go. Yeah, some of these will also break the ground, or rather, the bridge you're on. Surprisingly enough, nothing. It took a while for him to start breaking it, but whatever bad cannonballs they're using, it's better for us. So I'll probably just kind of get to things as they become relevant in this game. Well, because there's a good deal to the game up, with it being a Metroidvania and whatnot, including the Game Boy Advance exclusive content, but that's much later in the game. Oh. See what I could have been finding out from me getting. It's a little bit better, isn't it? With lime ammunition, in another sense of the word. Hi. Risky boots. Well, why can't I be a scrawny genie? Oh well. I love how she strikes a pose like she's gonna have some big dramatic accent and then she just strolls away. So yes, this game was basically considered to be pretty good, but it sold terribly despite critics liking it. So there was another game in the series for another, like, what, 8 years? The developers of the game, Way Forward, aren't exactly small time nowadays, but what are you doing? You're very small. You're a child, aren't you? Oh, yeah, you're about my height. Hi. I need to get used to the controls being switched on me. Stop that. It feels like the jump and attack buttons are the reverse of what I think they should be, but oh well. Because normally you have the A button for jumping. Fine, that's literally what you have here actually, but, well, no. This game does use the B button to attack and the A button to jump, which is normal. It's just that the Game Boy Color has those buttons in positions I don't expect. Hi, Tinkerbat. So yes, as you can have seen, whoa! Oh, I thought that shot me up in the air. I'm still messing with my controls. You're Shantae. Bah. Infinite spawning enemies, by the way. Well, unless you destroy the thing with your hair somehow. You're Shantae, a half genie, who is the guardian of Scuttletown, this place that we are in right now, actually. Let's get some health, because we only have 3 hearts in the bottom right, as you can see. And that means you can take 5 hits, and then the next one is an Ogo. Hello. And for some reason, Shantae decided that her primary method of attack should be using her hair. Oh, like a stone right there. What happened? I fall more quickly if I'm running. Interesting. Oh, bye. And this means she has a pretty short range on most of her attacks, actually. You'll notice that a lot of the time when I attack, I instinctively crouch. The reason for this is you actually have a longer range if you're crouching and attacking. And sometimes they'll give you the added bonus of dodging projectiles, something like that. But when it comes to the Tinkerbats, these guys that we're seeing right now, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay. Oh, so I see we're doing a good job protecting Scuttletown. As we should be. Hey. This game actually does a pretty good job of making me, at least, not notice the technical limitations of the Game Boy Color. It's not like it was a platform that was ridiculously we can do anything. It's just, whatever the platform couldn't do, it is not something that I notice. I don't really see much in the game and think they could have done this better if it was not for having to use the Game Boy Color. Feels like they did everything we wanted to do, just about. Anybody? It's kind of bright around here. Especially visually. Visually, and the music's cool, but the visuals are actually pretty fancy in this game. Primarily in how the game is really, really happy to play with its palettes quite often. In a variety of ways. You'll see them get pretty creative with that throughout the entirety of the game, actually. You can see it going on right now, actually. Both with all the fire and with the transition to nighttime. We've wasted quite a lot of time not successfully protecting Scuttletown, haven't we? It's nice to see. Hi. What? Okay. It's crazy how many hearts these enemies drop at the beginning of the game. Hi. You not. Okay. Well, I'll just kind of go along with that. Things jump on. Almost. So you have some decent platforming prowess, but of course with this being a Metroidvania, you will pick up quite a bit more in regards to platforming ability as time goes on. This game's pretty standard in regards to that. Oh, I'm just gonna kind of sit here. Alright. Boom! Hi. Hey, old man. Are you okay? I mean, you only just had a building bombed around you as it collapsed. Well, see, now I actually have a reason to do something. Handling away. New music. Yes, the music in this game is also just kind of enjoyable. I generally find. I'm definitely Game Boy Color, but still fun at the same time. I tend not to care too much for music in games like this. It just didn't really have much in the way of... Man, that's a lot of art it's getting me. They didn't have much in the way of... I don't know, like... technological prowess in regards to their audio. Like, really nice sound chips or something like that. But when it comes to this game, I think it actually works really well with what it has. Oh, and that... Taking back out of the way, I guess. So you get technical limitations of the Game Boy Color. Things that go very slightly off screen will never be seen again. Hello. No! It can be quite satisfying to use Shantae's hair as a rather apt weapon at times, so it can be difficult sometimes. Especially with how she has a tendency to only hurt things that are in front of her. If you manage to get inside of an enemy, they tend not to actually... Whoa! I keep forgetting I can't stand that post. If you manage to get inside of an enemy, those enemies will often keep hurting you with their contact damage, and you won't be able to hit them. Oh, hi. That's one way to lounge on your ship. What have we been using your C4, actually? I'm not really clear on that. Risky boots. Pirate wrists. Pirate wrists. She pirate extraordinaire. How are we not? Okay, so this is actually quite simple. You can't actually hit hey. Can't actually hit the Tinkerbell up to hop or anything like that, but what you can do is not get hit by the cannonballs, which just means standing all the way to the far right, and then hitting the Tinkerbats that appear if necessary, which it generally is, for the sake of not getting hurt, and then hitting the little exploding barrel on the inside. Now, I believe you also... Man, what's happening? I believe you also actually have a faster fire rate. You can crawl backwards to it for some reason. I believe you have a faster attack rate if you're on the ground than if you're in the air too. It seems to me like attacking while crouching is just strongly superior to not crouching while attacking. Oh, that was a great choice. Oh, hi. The hard part here is actually just not getting hit, or not falling. Aha! Boom! Yes, just carry explosives for me to hit you with. Apparently my hair somehow not only has the ability to detonate explosives, but immunity to said explosives. Oh dear. Okay, can you stop that? This one Tinkerbat is getting a little bit old. Ah. Okay, there we go. Just kinda need to be careful now because I managed to get myself down to half a heart. So if my timing's a little bit off, it creates a problem. Like that. Timing can be a little bit of an issue in this game sometimes because you'll sometimes find that enemies will have invincibility frames at certain points and whatnot. And if you time something just wrong, it will not work out in your favor. See you, Risky. Ho 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 yourself. Just kind of sitting there not really knowing what to do. Hi guys. I guess I did. I mean, you kind of had the entire town go up in flames. And what does half genie mean? Hi, old guy. Yeah, I kind of did a terrible job doing this whole scenario, in fact. Everything was flames, and then we lost the thing. If you're just gonna yell about not being a full genie in front of everyone, you might as well just be open about it. Exposition. Oh yeah, I forgot this. We get nice little lesson on how steam engines work. Quite fancy. Very simple concept. Educational as well, I suppose. I mean, you just orally described how it works to me. I'm not quite sure what's stopping you from just reapplying those same concepts to making a new one. It doesn't seem to be a problem to you that you don't have the resources, like the metal or whatever, but considering we're in a pre-Steam world, you might not have a lot of it. Yes, okay. Yeah, you always instinctually think you need to go right there, not left. I was actually accidentally went left there. Hello. I said hello. So yes, this game has a day-night system. Nope, not at all. I think it varies by enemy, but enemies tend to have at least 50% more health at night. It's kind of annoying. Genies. Well, you're lucky to have me then. Almost. You're half lucky to have me. Thank you for explaining where we are to the guardian of the town. Yes. Haha. I guess Shantae just doesn't show her face much around here if people don't even recognize her on sight. I think her get-up would be pretty recognizable. I should show that off soon, actually. Hello. That is quite necessary to know. And we'll learn the significance of that later on. Doesn't really mean much right now. I had not, but I mean, I guess I could show that off if I was so inclined. So, and finally, we will one day. But anyways, that is probably going to have to be it for this episode to play Shantae, in fact, because I only have so much time for each episode. But it's a nice little introduction for those of you who might be wondering what this game is. I also need to not be hurting. In fact, one moment. I'm gonna go heal up. Thankfully, we have something called the bathhouse that is perfect for that. Going our way around town. Hello. See, you recognize me. Just look away. Submerge. Or you can just kind of, if you feel like it, do some water walking too. Walking on water is nice. Okay. Having accomplished that, shut away. Now we will save the game, and that'll be it for this episode. Let's play Shantae. But do not fear, because I will be uploading an episode of this each weekday. For those of you keeping up with it in real time. For those of you watching it after it's already been put up, well, lucky you. Go watch everything. But for the time being, see you guys.